Yeah, I haven't posted a video in a while because I've been sick for like 2.5 weeks and I had to travel for the holidays, and then I haven't had really parts to do anything. But I did get a nice, pretty shiny part in this box. So let's open that up, check it out, see what we got. When I was going to get a gas tank, I didn't want to cheap out and get a ugly Mustang 2 or some other stock looking ugly ass gas tank. So I went and bought myself the best one I could find, and this is a Boys Welding custom fuel tank made for my truck with a fuel pump for my engine and a fuel sending unit for my gauge that I got. And it does have a return bung, which I'm going to have to get a cap for. And then this is a rollover vent. So if the truck rolls over, there's a check valve in here so it won't spill all over the place. And this cap, right, when it's tight, it's lined up good. And it just, this cap just feels good. Taking it on and off, it's not loose, it's not rattling. The threads are really tight. It locks in there. You can't really see anything in there, but it's baffled. So this is top of the line tank right here. And it's gonna look fan-freaking-tastic. So this here is meant to hook on the bottom of the frame, and then it would hang this low down. But with how low my truck is, there's no way in hell I'm doing that. So I'll show you my plan. I'm going to mount this to the frame, but right about there. I'm going to make a structure up from the frame to here. I'm going to have these bolted here, somewhere in here, somewhere. I'll figure that out. And all that'll be welded, and this will bolt to here. And I'm going to find rubber grommets to put in between to dampen vibrations and stuff from the fuel tank. I don't know if that's 100% necessary to do, but that's what I want to do. So I need to find a nice sturdy place like that. Smells like something's on fire. Oh shit, something is on fire. Sitting here saying it smells like something's on fire. Something was on fire. That was fucking stupid. So this thing that I protected with a towel all started on fire. So don't be like me. God damn it. So that's a wasted project. That's funny. God, I'm an idiot. I got my 6 holes drilled and I did some measuring. And from this edge to the edge on the other side is 32.5 inches. And that leaves me about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch to the edge of the frame. And I'm okay with that math. So if I build my flange for mounting it like this, this will mount well on the frame perfectly with this like that. And those will be bolted down in a pretty good spot. And I'll be happy with that, but I'll probably do it more like that just so the flange fits better. All right, the next step in my gas tank mounting venture is to cut this bed floor out of here. All right, so I cut that floor out. Now I have this cross member, which is too damn high up. So I'm gonna have to get rid of that cross member in order to get my tank where I want to. So that means I gotta weld a new one in. If you remember, I made this cross member. So this tube slid into these two. I welded a plate to the frame and welded this to there. Same thing on that side. And then welded this tube inside there. And that is a nice strong cross member. And I need to do the same thing in the back. It's been a couple weeks since I've worked on the truck. Last time I worked on it, I had a fire. Last time I worked on it, I started to mount my Boys Welding Fuel Tank. And as part of that, I'm cutting out a cross member in the back and replacing it. While I was doing that, I had my bed floor propped up just with a steel rod, and I wasn't paying attention, didn't think about it when I started pounding out some rivets, and the door fell. I didn't get it on camera. I don't know why I wasn't recording, but door fell, hit me in the head, knocked me out for a second. I nailed my chin, should have got stitches, but I didn't. And it just destroyed me for the rest of the day, and I quit working because it hurt. So with the fire and with getting knocked out for a second, I quit working on the truck. And then it's just been cold and rainy, and I've been sick, and I just haven't had time to work on the truck. And now today it's 60 something, it's gonna be almost 70 degrees, and I took the day off work so I can work on the truck. So I wanna get the fuel tank in. Today I need to cut out this cross member more, because I already pounded out some of the rivets and then got knocked out. So I need to get that cross member out of there and put a new cross member in. And then I need to make the standoff for the tank. First, I need to figure out how I'm gonna hold the tank in position to where I want it in order to do my measurements and welding and stuff. So that's gonna be interesting. And then I'm gonna get this tank in. That cross member. So like before, this is my plan for my cross member, which I did to the front, and it works great. I got these tubes that fit on this tube, and I'm gonna put it in there, pull them out against the frame, and boom, cross member, right? And it's gonna work. All right, so I just finished welding in a new cross member. I think it's gonna do well enough for what it's supposed to do, and I'm gonna be happy with it. I don't know if you heard that, but that was my butt. All right, so here's what I did with this. I centered it, measured, and then I have it propped up on the frame with a piece of angle iron back here, and then this one with a piece of angle iron, and then a 1x square tubing to prop the back up, because the front is lower for the fuel pump. So it's pretty much level this way. And then with that propped up, I glued on my piece of rubber to the tank and then bolted on this angle iron. And then I cut 4 6-inch pieces of square tubing. I hit that down to the frame and then brought it up to the angle iron on 4 parts. And so now I'm going to tack this on, mark down there where those are, so then I can take this out, fully weld those, clean the frame up down there so I can put it back in and weld it in. And then my tank is in. So I got those 2 mounts welded onto the frame and all welded together. And for now, that's exactly what it's gonna look like. I might try to make it prettier someday, but but that's not today. So let's see if I can get this on there with no hassle. And that's that. My fuel tank is mounted. In hindsight, what I would have done is welded some nuts for these bolts onto this bracket first. I wish I would have thought of that, but whatever, it's going to be totally fine. But my tank is mounted beautifully. It's a beautiful thing. Now the question is, do I make a little door for this, or do I open this every time I need gas and show off the whole thing? So that's that. I cut a cross member out, put a cross member in, made some quick, easy mounts for my tank, and I got my fuel tank. Thanks for watching. Check it out next time when I build my drive shaft tunnel from the transmission to the rear end. Peace out. I melted the fucking wires on here. Sorry, Jim, I'll fix it. God damn it. Smart. Very smart. Yep, so don't be dumb like me. That's a freaking waste. I guess I'm gonna throw this whole thing away, but it was big and bulky and dumb. And I didn't really like it anyways. It's always in the way. But yeah. This is I borrowed this from my buddy Jim at work. So Jim's about to get a shorter cable on his dealio here. Sorry, Jim. A little bit of fire. Not the end of the world. Glad I caught it. Glad it wasn't catastrophic. But anyways, let's get on to this. So